The Undertaker. The work of a Southern undertaker, late 1890s. In the late 1800s, the role of an undertaker in the rural American South was as much a calling as it was a profession. Unlike modern funeral directors, the Southern undertaker of the 1890s worked without embalming machines, refrigeration, or hospitals. Death usually occurred at home, and the undertaker was summoned not to preserve the body, but to prepare it for burial quickly, respectfully, and often with limited resources. An undertaker's job began with traveling, often by horse and wagon, down dirt roads to cabins, farms, and townhouses. Upon arrival, he would wash the body using well water warmed over fire, cleansing with simple soap and cloths provided by the family. The eyes were closed gently, the chin tied with cloth until stiffening began, and coins or stones were sometimes placed on the eyelids to keep them from opening again. Hair was brushed and arranged by hand, and the deceased was dressed in their finest clothing, sometimes a burial shroud sewn by local women. Furniture makers commonly served as undertakers. Since coffins were built by hand to order, caskets were usually simple pine boxes, though wealthier families might afford walnut or mahogany with cloth lining and brass tacks. Each was measured, cut, and assembled fast, sometimes within hours of death, then planed smooth and stained if time allowed. The coffin was more practical than ornamental, meant to protect the body only long enough for burial. The undertaker also served as organizer and messenger. He notified neighbors, arranged burial times with the preacher, helped families prepare the home for the viewing, and ensured the grave was dug, often with the help of friends or church members. He transported the body to the cemetery by wagon, sometimes walking behind, in procession with mourners dressed in black. Beyond physical labor, the emotional weight was heavy. The undertaker was expected to be steady, quiet and unshaken by sorrow. He listened more than he spoke, offered comfort without ceremony, and learned how to carry grief without showing its weight. In small communities, he buried everyone: infants, elders, accident victims, neighbors, and sometimes his own kin. In the southern town of the 1890s, the undertaker was not just a tradesman. He was a witness to every ending, a keeper of rituals, and often the last living hands to care for the dead. Let's remember the undertaker. His silent devotion to the final passage made him the community's quiet pillar, a man perpetually standing at the border of life and memory.